In the very beginning, there was only nothing. And then there was just darkness. And the darkness was because Ranginui, the father, and Papatuanuku, the mother, were cast close together. And inside them, between them, in the darkness, were their 70 children. And every so often, one of the children would catch a glimpse of light. And so they decided they wanted to be in the light. But the parents loved each other so much they wanted to be in this very tight embrace. And so the children argued between each other about whether they should separate their parents or not. And it was Tāne Mahuta, who is the god of the forest and all the things in it, who is enormously strong, lay on his back on his mother's stomach, put his feet against his father, and forced them apart. And so there was light. We say, Te au marama. So there was light. And so that meant that the father, Ranginui, became the sky father. And Papatuanuku, the mother, became the earth mother. And then many of those sons became deities in their own right. So the most important ones for this story are Tāne Mahuta, who was the god of the forests, Tangaroa, who was the god of the seas, and Tawhiri Mātia, who was the one brother who really argued against the rest about separation. And he was so angry that he decided he would wrought a terrible thing on all of his brothers. So he became the god of storms and the god of bad weather. And every so often he vents his anger and creates the storms that knock over the forests and send the trees to be rough. And there were other deities in there as well. The most important one from a garden's point of view is Rongo Matane. Rongo Matane is the god of cultivated food or cultivated plants, and Homie Tiki Tiki, who is the god of the wild plants that we can get from the forest. So they, the way that happened created a world with light. And we often say, at the end of a speech, we'll often say, Ti hei Māori ora, which means, and so there was light.